Hi and Assalamualaikum. We are from JAC2204D. We'll be presenting what we have analyzed from Public Bank Berhad, which consists of MFRS 8 segment reporting and MFRS 134 interim report. So before we go into MFRS 8 and MFRS 134, I, ADLINA, would like to explain the company's background. Public Bank Berhad is a bank based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, offering financial service and as well as Asia Pacific region. The bank was founded in 1966 by Teh Hong Pio. The business started its first branch on 6 August 1966 and was located at Jalan Gereja, Kuala Lumpur. The bank was listed on Malaysia Stock Exchange in 1967, which is currently also known as Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. Public Bank is now third largest banking group in Malaysia with an asset size of 461.26 billion ringgit Malaysia as at the end of 2021 and is the second largest company listed on Bursa Malaysia with a total market capitalization of 80.7 billion ringgit Malaysia. Now, let's move to their vision, mission, and corporate philosophy. The vision was created by their founder, Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Teh Hong Pio, which is being a bank for a people. And their mission is to sustain the position of being the most efficient, profitable, and respected premier financial institution in Malaysia. And the public bank cares for its customers by providing the most courteous and efficient service in every aspect of its business. The next is they care for its employees by promoting the well-being of its staff through attractive remuneration and fringe benefits. For its shareholders, they offer by generating profits and a fair return on their investment. And lastly, for the community, it serves by assuming its role as a socially responsible corporate citizen in a tangible manner with integrity. For their management approach, there are factors to consider having a segment reporting. An entity can easily identify its operating segments by reference to the various factors, such as the nature of the business activities and the presence of their managers. A single manager can be the segment manager for multiple operating segments. However, if the characteristics of the entity apply to all its components, then only one set of managers is responsible for each operation segment. When multiple managers are responsible for different operating segments, the complexity of the organization's structure can lead to overlapping sets of components. Let's talk about the nature of the business activities. It consists of the nature of the products and services, nature of production process, and types of class of customer for their products or services, and lastly, distribution method of the products or service. So, Public Bank Berhad is engaged in all aspects of commercial banking and provision of related financial services. Public Bank Berhad is a complete one-step financial portal offering a range of accounts, credit cards, loans, deposits, and other financial aids for our personal and public needs. It is also well known for its strong financial performance and consistent prudent management. It is consistently accorded with strong credit and financial ratings from local and foreign rating agencies. Public Bank gained a long-term rating of AAA, the rating agency Malaysia. Public Bank has two types of segments, which are business segments and geographical segments. A business segment is a part of an organization that generates revenue from the sale of a product or a service. It can also provide a separate service from the organization's primary focus. The core business that are run by Public Bank Berhad includes hire purchase, retail operations, corporate lending, treasury and capital market operation, investment banking, fund management, others, and head office and funding center. The services for each divisions are services for hire purchase is passenger vehicle financing to all level of customers. Retail operations has credit facilities, credit cards, remittance services, deposit collection, and investment products. For corporate lending, the funding needs of large corporate customers, which are primarily public listed companies and related corporations. Next, for treasury and capital markets operation offers the proprietary trading in treasury-related products and services such as foreign exchange, money market operations, and securities trading. For investment banking, focuses on business needs of large corporate customers through the provision of financial solution and direct lending. The next is fund management, the sale of trust units and the management of unit trust funds as conducted by the wholly owned subsidiary company of the bank. The next is the other. They offer service non-core operations such as property holding. The last one is head office and funding center. They manage the investment of funds from shareholders and capital securities, such as provide support service to the business segments within the bank. In addition, geographic segmentation is the process of categorizing clients according to their location. When a company needs to focus on a specific location, it segments its target market geographically. The Public Bank Group comprises a wide network of 264 branches in Malaysia and 148 overseas branches with a total staff force of over 19,000 employees, reaching out to 10 million customers. Public Bank Berhad has separated their geography segments based on a location and regions such as Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Cambodia, Vietnam, and others. The Chief Operating Decision Maker (CODM) of Public Berhad is Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Teh Alai, who is currently a Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. The decision making by the Chief of Decision Maker is essential, with their main function is to help allocate the resources of the entity and assess their performance. His responsibility is to review the internal management reports on a monthly basis and conduct performance dialogue with the business units on a regular basis. The other heads of division are Chan Chiu Peng, who is a manager in retail financial services, and lastly is Mary Ng Po Lin, who is a manager in human capital management. So that is it from me. I'm passing the presentation to the next presenter, Miss AINA NURINA. Thank you.
Thank you, Nausara Adlina. I'm AINA NURINA. Will continue with determination of reportable and non-reportable segments. Next, there are two methods to determine the reportable segments of an entity, which is first by using the 10 quantitative threshold test, and second is 75% of total revenue requirement. Under the 10% test, there are three bases that we can choose to use, which is the first one is revenue basis, second one is profit or loss basis, and third one also asset basis. When the segment passes the 10% test of any basis, the segment is to be separately disclosed as reportable segment in their financial statements. Segments that do not pass 10% will be combined under all other segments. However, management can disclose the reportable segment that do not pass the 10% test separately if the management thinks that the information is significant to users of financial statement. The 75% test is only applicable if the segment has passed 10% test under revenue basis. For public bank, we use the revenue basis to determine our reportable segment. Based on the calculation performed using the revenue basis, public bank currently has 5 reportable segments, which are hire purchase segment, retail operations segment, treasury and capital market segment, fund management segment, and lastly head office and funding center segment. Corporate lending segment does not pass the 10% threshold test, hence it is to be combined with investment banking and other as all other segments in the financial statement. Next, we perform the 75% test, where the external revenue of reportable segment is divided by the total revenue of all segments, which will produce 90.08%. It is more than 75% of the total revenue requirement, has no further adjustment is needed because it had fulfilled the requirement of 5 reportable segments and 1 non-reportable segments. Advantages of segment report. Advantages of using segment reporting is it gives a better understanding because it helps customers to get knowledge about the organization's performance and also evaluating overall results. Number 2 is easy to identify profit making and loss making because it can help to determine whether to expand or to sell the segment. Number 3, it helps a better decision making for potential investor because it gives investor very detailed information. The last one is efficient use of resources because decision making is based on the segment results. Disadvantages of segment report. The first one, it is a time consuming because segment reporting needs several disclosure. Number 2, it might lead to misunderstanding because there are tons of information presented in the segment reporting. Number 3, it can be quite confusing because not all companies split their segment based on the same basis. Number 4, which is the last one, it will be difficult for the common expenses because it helps to link it on times.
And the next part is MFRS 134 interim report, who will be presented by AINA, NURINA, AZIMAH and FARHANAH.
Basis of preparation of interim report. As I can see, interim report is an overview of the company's financial performance before the end of the financial reporting cycle, and interim report can give you an improvement of communication between public and the company because they will know the up-to-date financial data. Interim report also can be divided into two methods, which is the first one is discrete method and the second one is integral method. Discrete method is the fraction of the annual report, while integral method treats interim accounting period in separate period. So, public bank is using integral method, which is the calculator day period quarterly, which is they will have 4 quarters. First quarter is January until March, second quarter is April until June, third quarter is July until September, and fourth quarter is October until December. Accounting policies in interim report: property, plant and equipment measured using cost model, in which cost less accumulated depreciation and accumulated impairment losses, if any, MFRS 116. Depreciation method is using straight line basis over their estimated useful life. Renovation is not depreciated, while other property, plant and equipment depreciated using a straight line basis. Intangible asset recognized at cost, where cost less accumulated amortization and accumulated impairment losses, if any, MFRS 138. The identified intangible assets of the group and the bank of public bank Berhad have a definite useful life and the indefinite useful life. Intangible assets with a finite useful life will be amortized on a straight line basis over the estimated useful life and assessed for impairment whenever there is an indication that the intangible asset may be impaired. The amortization period and amortization method for an intangible asset with a finite useful life are reviewed at least at each financial year end. Intangible assets with an indefinite useful life are not amortized but are reviewed annually for impairment, or more frequently if events or changes in circumstances indicate that the carrying value may be impaired. Intangible assets with an indefinite useful life are reviewed annually to determine whether the indefinite useful life assumption continued to be supportable. The intangible asset with indefinite useful life consists of a share broking license and stock exchange trading rights, which are deemed to have indefinite useful life as there are no expiry dates.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am AZIMAH BINTI and I will explain to you about the type of interim report of this public bank company. So basically, this public bank company, they issue quarterly report. So it means they will issue 4 times a year, every 3 months. So the year end for this public bank company is on the 31st December every year. So basically, this interim report of the public bank company will consist of condensed statements of profit and loss and other comprehensive income, condensed statement of financial position, condensed statement of changes in equity, condensed statement of cash flow, and lastly, selected explanatory notes. So as you can see in the slide, the first quarter for this public bank company will be from January till March, and the second quarter will be from April to June, and the third quarter will be from July to September, and the last of the fourth quarter will be on October till December. Alright, for this slide, I will show you the current and comparative of each statement prepared by the public bank company. The interim report was prepared based on MFRS 134 interim report. As you can see from the table, the statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income is measured on the 3 months of the fourth quarter of the current period. So on the current period, you can see it starts from the 1st October 2031 to 31st December 2031. As well as the comparative report, it will start on the 1st October 2020 and will end on the 31st December 2020. Next, on the statement of financial position, it will be the period of 12 months. It will start from the 1st January 2021 till 31st December 2021 for the current interim report. For the comparative report, it will start from the 1st January 2020 till 31st December 2020. For the statement of cash flow and statement of changes in equity, both are the period of 12 months. and it will start for the current report will start on the 1st January 2021 to 31st December 2021, while the comparative report will also start from the 1st January 2020 and the end will be on 31st December 2020.
Thank you, Azimah. For the last part of this presentation, we will make two adjustments for the fourth quarter as at 31st December 2021 by using the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2021. As you can see here, carrying amount of property and equipment as at 31st December 2021 is 1,324,707,000 ringgit. Meantime, the carrying amount as at 31st December 2020 is RM 1,317,750,000 ringgit. As for investment property, 606,074,000 ringgit, and for 31st December 2020, 712,885,000 ringgit. For the last part, intangible asset as at 31st December 2021, 459,000,434,000 ringgit. For the 31st December 2020, 2,417,727,000 ringgit. Now, let's look for the first adjustment, which is depreciation. On 1 January 2021, Public Berhad computer equipment and software is costing 1,267,653,000 ringgit, which is accumulated depreciation as at 1 January 2020 amounting to 717,892,000 ringgit. The company depreciates of its computer equipment and software on a straight line basis over the expected useful life of 10 years of the asset. On 1 April 2021, Public Bank Berhad chose to sell one of computer equipment with a carrying value 2,424,000 ringgit for a profit of 700,000 ringgit. The computer equipment was initially purchased by the company as at 3,125,000 ringgit. On 1 July 2021, the company acquired a new computer equipment at cost 3.6 million. The new carrying amount of intangible asset is RM 436,978,350 ringgit. For the second adjustment is related to the property and equipment. On 30 November 2021, a building with fair value of 84 million was transferred from investment property to owner occupied. There was a change in use of the building. Property and equipment will increase 84 million and investment property will decrease amount 84 million. Okay, as you can see here, this is the statement of financial position as tracked as at 31st December 2021 after adjustment. For the 31st December 2021, property and equipment is 1,324,770,000 ringgit. Meantime, for the 31st December 2021, 1,317,750,000 ringgit. For the investment property is for the 31st December 2021, 606,074,000 ringgit, and 31st December 2020, 712,885,000 ringgit. For the last part, intangible asset at carrying amount of 31st December 2021, 436,978,000 ringgit and 350 ringgit. In time for the 31st December 2020, 2,470,000 and 727,000 ringgit. That's all.
Hence, that is all from us. Thank you.